Ted, I'm pretty upset about the taxes on real estate. I think in many cases they're unfair and they're illegal. So I've written this little article. Are you paying higher taxes on your house than is fair? Statistics do not lie. Warren and other communities are taxing constituents on taxable and SE values much higher than true cash values. MLS values in Metro are down 34% in the last year alone. Detroit is down 57% October 07 over October 8. Macomb County is down 20% in the past 12 months alone. These facts are based on the law of large numbers, over 4,000 sales per month as reported by RealComp, the area's leading database on housing statistics. Let's start with the law. Michigan State Constitution, the highest law in our state, dictates that municipalities may not tax on more than 50% of true cash value. The enforcement of this law, however, is being administered by people who benefit by collecting more and higher taxes rather than fair or constitutionally limited taxes. Soon there ought to be some sizable class action lawsuits on this issue. Municipalities and counties are short money. Even though it's illegal for a public official to violate the state constitution, the pressure is on to bring more money into the municipalities by whatever means administrators find possible. Like the recent Wall Street greed, nonprofit municipalities are also on the receiving end of the big bonuses in the form of higher taxes. We did not have a housing shortage. In fact, we have a 10% housing excess. But that does not stop municipalities from encouraging new housing that only deflates existing home values. Why? Because another 250 housing units at an average of 4,000 taxes each is another $1 million per year into the municipal coffers that pay the salaries of those administrators. For whatever end, the means does not justify violating the state constitution. One of the dirty tricks that almost all assessors use is an administrative rule from Lansing that says a distressed sale cannot be used to determine true cash value. How dumb is that these days? As a statistician, the point that used to be true is that an anomaly should be discarded for accurate results. This may have been true pre-2004 in that a bank-owned property sale might have been that 1 in 100. But as anyone can read or watch the news knows today, the bank-owned resales are the market. For example, this writer did a house tax appeal in Detroit at the Board of Review. The assessor argued that more than 20 comparable on recent sales in the same square mile were most, if not all, distressed sales. The 18 Detroit employees and contractors in the room making their living off the tax base all agreed. Appeal denied in the face of overwhelming evidence, including over 20 more similar properties readily available on the open market, on the multi-list. How did this get so absurd? Some bureaucrat in Lansing, way back when, had issued an administrative ruling that bank-owned and distressed sales may be excluded from true cash value analysis. The current bureaucrats, in a self-serving capacity, have been too incompetent to visit reality. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing, and in Lansing, someone needs to consult with a statistician. If even 5% of sales were distressed, these would be no longer a statistical anomaly. In Detroit during 2008, there are more foreclosures, that's lender-owned sales, than people-owned sales. Currently, 2 of every 3 houses sold in Detroit are from lenders. Still, Detroit and Warren and most municipalities continue to ignore the obvious. The result is simple. That house, once, 2004, worth $200,000, now worth a true cash value of $140,000, will be assessed at a much higher than is fair. Even if that house across the street is currently for sale at $130,000 and the one next door sold at $135,000, the assessor will not use common sense or reality to grant tax relief. They'll still be up there in that $200,000, maybe $198,000, given a tiny reduction. Now, common sense is any buyer is going to look for your best and lowest price in purchasing a home. I will grant that a significantly damaged house needs to be discounted by as much as $2 for every $1 in rehab work required. Still, many of the bank sales are houses in average condition without significant damage. These sales are as good a statistical, reliable data as any. Public officials denying the obvious true cash value components are in gross violation of their oath of office to defend the state constitution. No administrative rule can deny the spirit and intention of the law of the land. Bottom line is that most homeowners who have purchased their houses in the last 5 years are paying an average of 30% too much in taxes. For more information on real estate, contact me, Tom Goebel. I'm an international real estate consultant with offices in Windsor, Ontario and Livonia, Michigan at closedtransactions.com, or call me toll free, 800-300-0112. And we'll continue this discussion on overtaxation on real estate in Michigan. Thanks.